What up, what up, what up? Welcome, welcome, welcome once again to another edition of Trick or Treat Tuesdays. My name is Silent Night. My Instagram right there, Silent Night is busy. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Once again, as always, big shout out to Tracy, big shout out to Sarah, and I want to say a big thank you and big shout out to Derek Braxton, DRKBXT, who did the 12 o'clock stream today. We have a very special guest about to join me, and he goes by the name of Latif. He is one of the founders of Sound and Color. He's a dope beat maker, dope producer. I've had the privilege and honor of doing a few shows with the man himself. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. And let's give it up for Latif, y'all. Let's give it up for Latif.
Yeah. What's goody? What's goody, man?
What up, sir? What up, sir? How are you?
You already know what to do, man. Just it's the end of the work day. You know what I mean? Because
Indeed.
I'm still doing work stuff, but I'm here in the chat too. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, just living life. Good vibes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you so much for taking the time. And for those that don't know, by the way, this is all part of the Hub City Music Festival. So we extended it past September into October. So every Tuesday at 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern, we're doing these streams and we're raising money for a great cause. And that's for Elijah's Promise in New Brunswick, New Jersey. If you don't know about them, they feed the hungry. They do amazing things. And we are asking for your help. As always, please give what you can. The Venmo is scrolling down below. And the website is scrolling down below as well if you don't have Venmo. So big shout out to Elijah's Promise. And thank you, everybody that's been giving so far. And Latif, yeah, thank you again, man. Thank you again for taking the time out to hang out with us here.
Yeah, you already know.
Appreciate you. And so real quick before we get into the music, you are, as I said, one of the founding members of Sound and Color, which I think is a really dope collective, really dope show. But you could tell the people more than me. Can you say a few words about what Sound and Color is?
Yeah, Sound and Color is just this. I would say it's a fusion of when everything happens right. You know what I mean? Like I met Derek just happened at the right time. I met Emilio just happened at the right time. It was just a matter of us being presented with a situation and then saying, okay, how can we do something for the community? Rather than us, because we all have our own individual musical backgrounds.
For sure.
How do we help people who were on our path? Just want to express themselves. So that's what Sound and Color became.
True.
Minds,
And when the initial idea came along, was it specifically surrounded, around beat makers and producers, or was it just any type of musicians, any type of performers, or what?
I would say it was really any type of performer. I mean, we all have very eclectic tastes. We might be producers, classical musicians, but the things we're into are really, really wide and varied. So I mean, I think I could speak for the three of us. We're not really the type of four of us. One, I forgot to mention Unusual and my man Dre Mays. So don't hate on me, guys. I didn't forget about y'all, but I think we all have eclectic tastes, and we're not really the type of people who like to be pigeonholed. And I think that the bills that we put together over the past couple of years, they display that.
Got you. Yeah. No, that's dope. I definitely agree from what I've seen in person and online and all that. So, but with that being said, we're about to get into some of your music. Anything you want to say to introduce that, or any way that you would describe what you do personally musically?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, I've been using. I'm a producer. I don't like calling myself a beat maker, so I'm a producer.
Got you. Yep.
I'm learning instruments, but for the most part, I play the MPC and drum machines like instruments. I mean, I play them.
Indeed.
See in my band First Life. I got a few things in this set with JJ Beck, same pianist. Talk about the band First Life. Adam LaMayo, Ridiculous on the guitar. Emilio,
yes, sir.
AKA Hot Wobble, crazy.
Shout out to First Life, yeah.
Yeah, Dre Mays, crazy on the turntables. Hindi, Uvaldo. Yeah, and it's just beat. Like this set is just beats. Really atmospheric, and a lot of things that have to do with like different time signatures and just it's just crazy. I mean, the vibe out. You know, if you like, I would say if you like just vibing out, people watching, if you like freestyling, you know, freestyling along with the video, whatever.
Exactly. That's yeah. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, because we about to vibe out right now. Everybody that's at home, you want to sing, you want to dance to it, you want to rhyme, freestyle. Do that. Do that. Do that. All right. Thank you, bro. Thank you, sir.
Thank
All
you.
right. So without further ado, we are going to get into the set right now from my man Lateef. Everybody get ready and vibe with us. Let's go. Here we go. Yeah. Latif on the beat, y'all. Let us know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. You feeling the beats? You feeling the joints? Vibing with us? Let me know. Let me know. You got bars? Let me know too. I'm through with the in-between. Let the music take on its own life by any means. Keep it moving. Send the stage and behind the scenes till it's proven. And all I gave is finally seen. I'm not losing. Fate has been decided for me. I didn't choose it. By the way, I gotta give a PSA. If by chance I sound off beat, it's not my fault. It's because there's a lag, all right? So let me know in the chat. If it sounds too crazy, then that's it. But if it sounds good, then I might keep doing some more later. You know? Yeah, check it out. All right, let's go, Latif. nice with it, stand out despite gimmicks. Night, give it all that I got. I listen, they I with it. Right minute, they might rip it. Me, it's a given. There's a slight difference. No need to high price thing. Just give me a mic, Pro Tools. I do this thing in the kitchen. All real potency and a dope beat on the heat. Don't even know the meaning of controlling Z. Don't try holding me back. Known to overreact. Yeah. All right, that's the test. That's the mic test. I'm gonna be back in a little while. If it sounded crazy, then I won't. If it sounded good, then I'm gonna do it again. All right, let's go. See, get them. Woo! Yeah, check it out. Now love ain't blind, but it's losing its sight. You see, we as eyes and we ain't using them right. And if we admit it or not, we're influenced by hype. Whether it's choosing a wife for the music we like. See somebody on the tube with a mic and assume that he's nice. Got him on your iTunes that night, it's not right. But yo, that's the plight of the music biz. We need somebody. It doesn't matter who it is. Posters in the room of his. Only exclusive is showing off now. Before you only knew the hits. Soon as his career flopped on the peer shock, hop on the next bandwagon and steam hot. And these slots get filled by any means, trying to keep up with whatever the weather brings. Nowadays you get paid for saying anything, so platinum plaques don't mean like wedding rings. You know. All right, let's see. Let's go. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all so much for being here with us. Show is not over. Yeah. Latif. They ain't a copy of clone, possibly known that can stop me to slow the process of showing phenomenal growth. All right, I'm gonna vibe out. I'm gonna zone out. Let's see. Keep going. Let's get him. I'm gonna just listen again, and I'll be back. I'll be back in a few.
All right. Yo, know this. Ha. Yeah. I think we make a good team. I like that. A river on glass and plastic. Behind the curtain there your mask is. You wear it looking for a past tense. Present perfect, a future second guessed. Is it worth it? I take a grain of salt like a diabetic. Ride my blood pressure till I burst through the heaven. No regret, just reflect. I gotta find myself before I find a suspect. Live your life at different heights. Take advantage, the view doesn't come twice. Who would have thought that the river could conceive mirrors that could breathe, question and perceive? I had a dream, 2 came before 3. You crawl before you lead, you hear before you speak. I gotta choose between the river or the stream or the river. Regardless of my choice, I navigated free. A river on glass and plastic. Yeah. Behind the curtain there your mask is. You wear it looking for a past tense. Present perfect, a future second guessed. Is it worth
Yo, let's give it up. Let's give it up for Lateef. Let's give it up for Lateef in the chat. Hand clap emojis, hand emojis, fire emojis, all them things are very much welcome. Let's bring in Lateef. Let's bring in Lateef and because that threw me off. I believe that was just him rhyming during that last joint. All right, let's bring in Lateef right now. What up, bro?
What up, man?
Am I throwing me off here? Am I mistaken, or was that not you on the vocals?
No, that was me. I spit too, but that's like I don't really tell people I spit. I just I'm not the type of person to tell you something. I want you to find out for yourself.
Exactly. All right, I love it. But that was dope, man. That sounded great. That whole set. Thank you so much for doing it. And yeah, that was a pleasant little surprise at the end there with the vocals too. And that bass line was dope too, by the way, in that last joint.
I mean, I can't that last beat. I can't take credit for that remix. There's a remix of a track I did called "Living on Glass."
Okay.
And the producer is Omari T. Check him out if you know him.
Okay. Dope.
He was doing some damage a couple of years ago, but then he just stopped producing. But genius.
Okay.
Genius.
Got you. All right, but that was dope, man. That was cool. That was cool to hear you on the vocals. So on the beat tip, what I wanted to ask you. First question I wanted to ask you. Also, let us know in the chat if you got questions for Lateef. I'll try to get them in real quick too. So the first thing I wanted to ask you is, first beat you ever made. Did you hate it? Was it horrible? And how old were you?
First beat I made, I think I was probably, no disclaimer, I'm 36, right? So the first beat I ever made, I think I was about, maybe I was like 13 or 14.
Okay.
I was trying to, I had bought matter of fact, I have it right. Funny thing is I have it.
This guy got the original machine.
Yeah. So this is a SP202. I bought this in
SP202.
I bought it in 1999 when I was about 15 or 16 years old, and I thought I wasted my money. Zay Mays in the chat, he could tell you all stories about this, but I thought that when I heard records, I thought that like a hip hop record, I thought that everything was an individual element. I was unfamiliar that people were sampling and the drums, the bass, and the melody were all a part of the sample. I just thought, hey, this dude is doing all. I gotta mute my other computer, but this,
no doubt.
this dude is. I'm like, this dude is doing all of these things. He's playing all these things. I was like, how can I compete? You know, so
all these different instruments and stuff. You mean, right?
Yeah. So that's what I was really thinking about in those days. I wasn't really.
Okay. But that's dope because somebody I think even asked that in the chat before was like, what are you using? So that's what you first used. Yeah. What software or hardware are you using now when you're composing, when you're producing?
I mean, I use a lot of different things now. I still use the MPCs. I use the MPC Live. I got a 2500 I use from time to time. I got a 2000 Classic I use.
Yep, I saw the 2000 right. That 2000 was in the background, right?
Yeah. Classic. I use the MPC Studio when I'm on the go. But lately, I've been using a lot of Electron machines. So I use like the Electron Digitech, Electron Model Samples, and now the Octatrack.
Okay. Dope. All right, good stuff. And for those that didn't catch the beginning, obviously you're part of a crew, part of a collective. I don't know how you would describe it, but part of Sound and Color. Mm-hmm. Is there anything going on lately? I know it's been crazy. First of all, I mean, I guess I should ask, like, how has the pandemic and, this year affected Sound and Color? And even with that being said, is there anything right now that's going on that you could let people know about?
Well, like, I can't speak on it just yet. I mean, it hasn't been finalized, but Sound and Color, there's something we have in the works. So I don't want to speak on it just yet. Maybe
that's fair. That works.
Hopefully it'll be a little surprise because the last time we had a Sound and Color was in February. And I remember we were supposed to have the March, but I canceled the March date so I could go to London. I was thinking, okay, when I come back home, we're just gonna have another show. But I literally, when I came back home the next week, the country was shut down. So,
yeah, I was about to say, when you were in London, was it fine until you got back?
Hell no, it was. I was out for fun, and but there was signs like the virus has reached.
It was started, right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so, I remember that being in like even being in New York, like in the subway, it felt kind of crazy because they were actually, having signs and making announcements like, everyone be careful, wash your hands, wear your mask. And I'm like, yo, this feels like a movie, like a zombie movie, apocalypse movie.
It feels like a real talk. It feels like a bad movie. I mean, there's all throughout, even the high lockdown time. I was out there and I was out on the streets, just taking photos.
Oh wow!
Documenting stuff and just
yeah, for sure.
Just trying to take it all in. It's a lot to process.
Absolutely. And speaking of that too, I mean, I know you do photography. I'm not sure how many things you have under your belt, different types of art, but was producing the first thing that you got involved with, or was there anything else, drawing, photography, like vocals, writing, that came first?
Yeah, this is funny. I actually got into producing by accident.
Okay.
I didn't plan on doing it for this long. I mean, originally, I was trained to be a visual artist.
Yeah.
Paint. I went to school for poetry. I got a master's degree in that.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of different things, but originally, I still do visual arts, but originally I was a visual artist. And
gotcha.
The production came crazy. I'll tell you the crazy thing about this. So I was at school one day. I can't. I got.
Oh yeah, I was about to say yeah. All right, you good though. You got it.
So I was at school one day, and as a kid, I really didn't like school. So I was in high school. I remember I met this kid. His name was Nick. I'll never forget Nick because Nick looked just like Shaggy from Scooby Doo. He was like, "Yo, I got something at home. You want to see it?" And I never cut school before, but I was like, "All right, cool." So I remember climbing out of a window at school. And then he didn't have a key to get into his building, so
you had to climb out a window when you cut school, man.
Yeah.
Walk out the door. I'm like, that's some dedication right there.
No, we climbed out of a window,
and then he didn't have the key to get into his own place.
But they left the window open, so we had to climb up. We was on the first floor. We had to climb through the window, and I'll never forget. He had I know you know this. We in the same generation. He had a Company Flow 8 steps. Oh,
wow.
On vinyl.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was sampling the CoFlow record through the 202, and I was like, oh, you can do that. This is possible,
Even even the newer generation, for those that don't know, Company Flow, who he's speaking of, that's one half of Run the Jewels is LP from Company Flow. So.
Yeah, I'm a huge Cold Flow fan. As a matter of fact, I burnt out Fun Crusher Plus twice on cassette. You know?
Yo, there's some tapes that I did that too as well. And shout out to Company Flow. Shout out to Mr. Len, Jersey representative right there too.
Mr. Len is a good dude. I guess he's a childhood hero. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember I was just mesmerized by that because at that time, like 98, 99,
mm-hmm.
as far as like in mainstream producers, there wasn't really anybody who stuck out to me. But another person I found out about by accident was Madlib at this time. Madlib came out with a remix compilation, and the beat sounded so weird, and I was like, this sounds like a cartoon, but you can do this. So
exactly.
That's what really got me to where I am now.
I mean, that's a pretty all right. So like Cold Flow and Madlib, basically we were saying like got you to start producing. It sounds like so that's a high bar. That's a dope foundation right there. Definitely.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I tell you, I made a lot of horrible beats, but
yeah, everybody. I mean, I feel like anybody that's starting off in any field, right? In the beginning, you got to go through all that stuff to grow and get better, you know?
Yeah, but it was I think they had people like my man, Dre Mays in the chat.
Yes, shout out to Dre Mays.
Dre was like my mentor. You know, it was a lot of times I was young, I was a teenager. I'd come to Dre and I'd be like, check this out. Dre would give me a straight face and say, no, it's not good enough, you know. But I needed that. He was very blunt with me, and I'm very very thankful. All these
gave you real actual constructive criticism or was honest with you about it. So that's dope too. Yeah. All right, real quick before we go, also wanted to ask you. I think Derek asked this question earlier to somebody, and has been asking this question, I should say. So it reminded me of. But any dream collaborations, like who you want to hear on your beats, basically. I mean, I guess I should say, I guess we could say dead or alive, but anybody in throughout history, basically. Or 1 to 3 people that you're like, yo, that would be amazing if they were rhyming on my production.
A dream collab would be probably like an MC with my stuff. I don't know, SK. But real talk, I think as far as like a dream collaboration, I would love to actually, I can only think about right now. I would love to
cool. Sure.
Love to do a jam session with somebody like Derek Hodge. You know, a lot of anybody who's willing to I like thinking outside of the box.
Mm-hmm.
On my MPC with me anyway. Anybody who's willing to jam with me and have good vibes. That's
true.
That's a dream collaboration for me.
And that's dope. So even speaking of that, like you, do you prefer that? Do you prefer to jam live with somebody or with people right there, as opposed to like here's a beat, record over it?
I like both because everyone is different. So I make the beat, I send it to you.
For sure.
I get to see a little bit of your process, but we're just in. Actually, a good example is you. I want to say, there was the second year Sound and Color anniversary at Headroom. I remember you, La Brea, and CF. But
yes, that's right.
How you were freestyling and going with the beat. It showed me a lot of your process because one thing it showed me that you also work with bands because there were times you let the music breathe. You know,
for sure.
Not every freestyler know how to let the music breathe and move within it. So
definitely
that cued me into your process.
No doubt. Yeah, and thank you. And that's shout out to a band called Fuse and to Lyrical Graffiti, a friend of mine's show in New Brunswick, one of the longest running events that was out there. Like even like going back to New Eurekan, I used to jump on stage. That was some of my first experiences rocking with bands, besides just rocking over a beat or having a DJ.
Let me ask you something. At the New York, what night did you go to the New York on the weekends or did you go in the middle?
I went all over. I went to Words. I went to all that. Shout out to Wise Guy and Gaston.
Damn, you said words. Damn, you brought back the show.
I mean, so I was there on Wednesdays. I was there on Saturdays. I was there for poetry slams. Also, I was definitely there different nights. Yeah.
Different. Matter of fact, yo. So you remember Rocky's beat battles?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yo, but another thing. We showing our age now, but no. I remember going there.
Tell your youngins no.
No, I remember going there as a kid, and I thought that Nathan P was such an old dude at the time, but he was old. He was like late 30s, you know. And now I'm like, damn, he was young as hell doing this shit.
Yeah, definitely. People are, and it's but shout out to Nuyorican in general, because that's so many different shows there and so many different people that were a part of it were instrumental to my upbringing of getting on the mic, of performing with live musicians and stuff like that. So but yeah, Lateef, thank you, bro. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you so much for the beats. Thank you so much for just all this stuff. Thank you so much for everything, man. Thank you. Like, I really appreciate you. I know people vibing in the chat, and they appreciate you as well.
Thank you, yo. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Arts New Brunswick. Sarah Ferreira. I don't know, pronounce it wrong, but thank you.
Oh, done.
Yeah. So, SK, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you, bro. Yes, big shout out. Everybody, give it up once again for Lateef in the chat. Thank you. And as he said, Hub City Music Festival, that's what we're doing this for. Elijah's Promise, that's what we're doing this for. Scrolling along the bottom of the screen, you can see the Venmo and you can see the website. So if you don't have the Venmo, if you don't have Venmo, you can go right to the website and you can give right there. And if you have Venmo, you know how easy it is. Give whatever you can, $1, $5, $10, $25, and let people know as well. Let people know that they can do the same. So shout out to the whole Montreal crew in the chat. Shout out to New Brunswick, New Jersey, New York, Cali, wherever you're from. Some of the people in the chat that I don't know, wherever you are reporting from, wherever you're watching from, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for being here with us. And big shout to Sarah, big shout to Tracy, as always. Big shout to Derek Braxton, DRKBXT. And big shout to Mama Knight. Shout out to Dre Mays. I'm always looking in the chat trying to see who's talking, who's active in the chat. But yeah, shout out to everybody in there for real. And yeah, please, if you can, give to Elijah's Promise. They are feeding the hungry. They are feeding over 18,000 meals per month, over 1,000 more, or almost double more from last year. So it's very important work that they do. It's very important that we support that work. All right. So on that note, we'll be back every Tuesday. We still got 2 more weeks. Tuesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Eastern. We will be right here on YouTube. Join us. Be back with us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My name is Silent Night. You have been a wonderful audience as always. It's a privilege and an honor and a pleasure to be here with y'all. And tune back in, like I said, 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday. Thank y'all. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a good night.